Hi everyone, it's Alana from Karma Yoga Fiji, and I'm bringing you the second of our Bulalicious Yoga Sessions. Thank you for joining us today. This is my house here in Fiji, and I'm so excited to have you join us here today in our beautiful surroundings. The time of the session today will go for around 30 minutes. For anybody who has any injuries or recent surgery or is also pregnant, please remember to check first with your physician or doctor before practicing. And either way, when we practice yoga, we always focus on our breath and make sure that we have a continuous, nice, comfortable flow of breath. Remember, if you feel any sharp pain or discomfort, we can reduce the intensity of the posture. We're not trying to force ourselves into any of the postures. So just enjoy the practice today and enjoy the time that we have on the mat. We'll start today by turning around on our mats, and we'll lie down and put our legs out in front of us, our hands, palms relaxing down by our side, and we'll bring the soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana. We'll tuck our chin to our chest, allowing the spine to lengthen. We can slowly let the eyes close, the facial expression relax. Let the elbows relax. The shoulders relax down to the mat, the knees relaxing out to the side. And just feeling our spine lengthen and relax onto the mat. Supta Baddha Konasana, recline bound angle pose. It's a wonderful pose to start our practice with, giving us a chance to connect with our breath. And we'll just take a moment also to reflect on our motivations for practicing yoga today, whether we might be looking for any benefits from our practice, either physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, or any challenges that we want to overcome. We'll just keep those in our thoughts today during our practice. Notice the chest rising and falling with each inhale and exhale, and we'll draw the breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, slowly letting the chest relax back down to the mat. On the next inhale, we'll open our eyes and we'll bring our hands, palms underneath the knees, slowly bringing the knees together. We'll roll to our side and slowly coming to sit up on the mat. And we'll come to sit in a cross-legged position, Sukhasana or easy pose. So if this is uncomfortable for you as well, you can also sit kneeling or with the legs extended out for you, especially anybody who has knee injuries or recent surgery. But if you can sit comfortably here in Sukhasana, and we'll bring our hands, palms onto our knees, we'll bring our spine up nice and tall, and as we inhale, we'll bring our hands, palms up above our head, tilting the eyes to look up towards the fingertips, and we'll exhale, bringing the hands back down by our sides. And we'll inhale, drawing the breath in through the nose, tending to look up towards the hands, palms. And exhale, bringing the hands, palms back down by our side again. So we'll take another 2 breaths. Inhaling, bringing the hands, palms up above our head. So really letting the spine lengthen. Inhaling and exhaling, slowly bringing the hands, palms back down by our side again. And last breath, we'll inhale, tending to look up towards our hands, palms. And exhale, slowly relaxing our hands, palms back down by our side again. We'll bring our left hand onto our right knee and bring our right hand to rest on the ground behind us, or for those of you who like, you can wriggle the right fingertips to grip around the inside of the left thigh, lift the spine up tall and just give a gentle twist looking over towards the right side, keeping the shoulders relaxed and making sure we're still bringing the chest forward, the belly drawn in, and exhale. We'll change sides. So this time bringing the right hand onto the left knee, left palm behind, resting on the mat, or for those of you who want to, you can wriggle the left fingers to grip onto the right thigh, relaxing the shoulders down, lifting the spine tall, draw the breath in, and as we exhale, relax the breath out. And we'll slowly come back towards the center again. We'll lift the knees up slightly, gripping onto the toes, cross the legs, and we'll come over to a tabletop position on the mats. So tabletop position is hands, palms underneath the shoulders. Bring the heels together and bring the hips back to sit on the heels. Knees out, nice and wide to the side edges of the mat. Walk the fingertips forward and come all the way down to the mat. If our head doesn't rest on the mat, that's okay. Just make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed, the fingertips reaching forward, and see if we can let the head relax and dangle down as much as possible. For those of you, again, who the forehead can rest on the mat, or you can tilt the face forward so that the tip of the nose and the forehead are resting on the mat. Focus on our breath again as we draw the breath in, reaching the fingertips forward. And as we exhale, letting the hips relax down towards the heels. So we can imagine the spine lengthening, decompressing the lower spine, opening through the chest and the shoulders. And on the next inhale, we'll look forward towards our fingertips. Come up onto the knees. We'll tuck our toes under, lift the knees up off the mat to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Eyes looking towards our big toes. And we can keep a slight bend in the knees. Keep the belly drawn in. Really spread the fingertips out to distribute the weight evenly. And we'll take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Taking another nice deep inhale, keeping the eyes looking towards the toes. And exhale, relaxing the heels down towards the mat. We'll walk our feet up towards the hands at the front of the mat, bringing our feet so they're hip-width apart. And as we exhale, relax the body forward. So folding forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. If you like, you can keep the knees slightly bent to keep the pressure off the lower back, making sure our belly is drawn in. Roll the weight forward slightly into the balls of the feet. And on the next inhale, we'll come into half lift. Fingertips either touching the mat or resting on the shins or the thighs, so we can draw the belly and lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale. We'll reach further over the legs. This time you can hold on to the big toes using our pistol grip and bring the elbows out towards the side as we exhale. We'll lengthen the spine down towards the mat, just gently making sure that we don't place any strain on the hamstrings, just a gentle stretch. And more release. On the inhale, we'll come up to half lift, keeping the belly drawn in. Bring the hands, palms to our hips, and we'll slowly come up to standing. Relaxing the hands, palms down by our side into Tadasana, mountain pose. So our eyes looking forward, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And we'll just focus on our breath here. You can gently close the eyes. And just notice the flow of breath. Each inhale, drawing the breath in through the nose. Each exhale, through the nose also. We'll open the eyes. Exhale to coordinate our breath. And on the next inhale, we'll bring the hands, palms up above our head, palms to touch. And as we exhale, reaching all the way down to the mat for Uttanasana. On the inhale, lengthening our spine forward into half lift. As we exhale, taking a big step back with our right foot, dropping the right knee down to the mat, untucking the right toes. Keep the eyes looking forward, lift the chest. And as we exhale, relax the hips forward. Noticing the breath and the flow of breath here as we inhale, keeping the spine lengthened forward. And if you feel safe here, you can tuck the right toes under, lifting the right knee up off the mat, balancing, pressing both feet into the mat. If you feel comfortable here, you can reach the hands, palms forward, but keeping the chest low, the belly drawn in. And we'll exhale. Hands back down to the mat, dropping the right knee down, untucking the toes, left knee back with the right forehead down to the mat as we exhale. And inhale, eyes looking forward, bring the chest down into cobra pose, keeping the elbows tucked in, toes tucked under. We can come up to our knees first or straight up to Adho Mukha Svanasana, whatever feels more comfortable for you. So at any point in time in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog here, if it feels too strong, or your shoulders are starting to ache, you can always drop the knees down and have a little break. On the next inhale, we'll look forward towards the fingertips. We'll walk towards the front of the mat and draw the breath in. Hands, palms reaching up to touch. Palms to touch and exhale. Palms to center. On the next inhale, we'll draw the breath in for the other side. Hands, palms reaching up to touch, and exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, lengthening our spine, forward into half lift. Exhale, this time the left foot taking a big step back, dropping the left knee down onto the mat as we inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and exhale, relax the hips forward. So remember here, if you feel any tension or restriction through the hips, this is where we can really focus on our breath and just allow the hips to relax. So try not to hold any tension. If it feels uncomfortable or a little bit of discomfort, tensing against the posture is not going to help relax and allow yourself to be able to move in the posture. So just focus on the breath. And if we can balance here, we'll tuck our left toes under, lift our left knee up off the mat, keeping both feet pressed into the mat. And as we inhale, reach the hands, palms forward. Keeping the chest low, the belly drawn in. Really feel like we're reaching forward. Our spine's extending, the fingertips expanding. And we'll relax the hands, palms down on the mat, dropping the left knee, untucking the left toes, right knee back with the left, and forehead down to the mat. On the next inhale, bring the chest up and through into cobra pose, tucking the toes under, pressing in through the hands, palms, to come back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Eyes looking towards the toes. We can walk out through the heels one by one, lengthening through the backs of the legs, keeping the belly drawn in. And when we're ready, we'll walk up to meet our hands at the front, at the mat. Inhaling, drawing the breath in, hands, palms reaching up to touch. And exhale, hands, palms to center. We'll practice a second round, adding in a little bit of variation, taking a nice deep breath in. Hands, palms reaching up to touch, and exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine forward, half lift. Exhale, taking a big step back with our right foot, dropping the right knee down onto the mat. As we inhale, lift the chest, looking forward. And as we exhale, right knee back with our left knee, forehead down to the mat. On the inhale, eyes looking forward, bringing the chest up and through for Bhujangasana Cobra Pose, tucking the toes under as we exhale, coming back into Downward Dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll shift our weight into the left foot, and as we inhale, reach the right foot up high for three-legged dog. Making sure we keep the belly drawn in, hands pressed evenly into both hands. And as we exhale, we'll take a big step forward with our right foot all the way up to the front of the mat. So keeping our hands, palms either side to help balance. And then we'll drop our left knee down, untuck the left toes, and we'll bring our right hand towards the inside of the right foot. So we're here for our low lizard lunge posture. We can either keep the hands, palms here on the mat, or if you feel comfortable, you can slowly bring the body down until the forearms rest on the mat. So whatever you feel comfortable with, but what we don't want is the left hip dropping down. So we really want to keep the hips stable, make sure we keep the integrity, the pelvis and the sacrum, and just focus on the breath. So as we draw the breath in, imagine our spines lengthening forward, and you can relax the head, neck and shoulders. On the inhale, we'll slowly come back up again. Both hands, palms resting on the mat, tucking the left toes under. We'll lift the left knee up on the mat, and we'll come back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. On the inhale, we'll look forward and walk back up to the front of the mat. Inhaling, reaching the hands, palms up to touch. And exhale, hands, palms to center. For the other side, we'll take a nice deep inhale, hands, palms reaching up to touch. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthening the spine, forward half lift. Exhale, big step back with the left foot, dropping the left knee down to the mat as we inhale. Lift the chest, looking forward. And exhale, right knee back with the left knee, forehead down to the mat. Extend the Balasana on the inhale. Eyes looking forward, bring the chest down and through. So really fill the lungs as we inhale, tucking the toes under, pressing into the hands, palms to come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Dog. This time we're to the right foot as we inhale, the left leg lifting high. So keeping the belly drawn in, the left hip still rolled down slightly, so we're keeping the body squared onto the mat. And as we exhale, we'll take a big step forward with our left foot all the way up to the front of the mat. Keeping both hands palms on the mat, we'll drop the right knee down and tuck the toes and bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot, and we can wriggle the left foot out towards the side. So find a position here that's comfortable for you. If you find that your hips are still a little way back again, remember that you can always slowly relax them forward. So this is a great hip opening posture. We have to be gentle and kind with our hips. So we can either stay here with our hands palms on the mat, or if you feel comfortable, you can slowly come down to rest the elbows on the mat. Making sure that the shoulders aren't hunched around the neck. We really have to roll the shoulders away. We can relax the head, neck, and shoulders down, but just make sure we stay connected with the breath. So drawing the breath in and exhaling. On the next inhale, we'll bring the hands, palms back onto the mat. Tuck the right toes under, pressing into the hands, palms. We'll bring the left foot back into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keeping the belly drawn in, we'll look forward and we'll walk our feet up to the front of the mat. On the inhale, reach the hands, palms up to touch. And exhale, hands, palms to center. Relax our hands, palms back down by our side. And we'll come to stand in the middle of our mats, ready for Vriksasana, tree pose. So this is the second time we've practiced it. Hopefully we can remember how it goes. And each time we practice these postures, even if we repeat them, it's an opportunity to improve and better. So we'll bring our hands, palms onto our hips and shift the weight into our left foot, bringing the right heel to the inside of the left ankle. Keeping the hips level so we don't want the hips to tilt or drop to one side, and make sure the right knee is opening out towards the side, nice and gently. Pick a point in front of us to focus and balance on, and as we inhale, we can pick the right foot up, bring it to the inside of the left calf. Keep our eyes focused on the same point. Balance here again, make sure the left leg, the balancing leg, is strong. And if we can balance here, we'll reach down with our right hand, picking up the right foot, bringing it all the way to the inside of the right thigh. Here, we can bring a nice deep inhale, reach the hands, palms up above our head, palms to touch. And as we exhale, elbows out to the side, keeping the chest open though, the eyes looking forward. And as we exhale, we'll relax the hands, palms back down to our hips, bringing the knee back to the center and relaxing the right foot back down to the mat. We'll shift our weight to the right leg now, bringing the left heel to the inside of the right ankle, strengthening through the right leg. And as we inhale, we'll pick the left leg up, left foot on the inside of the right calf. See if we can balance here. Our right leg is very, very strong. Keep the eyes focused on the same point. Don't let our attention waver. If we can balance here, we'll reach down with our left hand to grab onto our left ankle and bring our left foot up to the inside of the right thigh. To strengthen the right leg, make sure that the left knee is still open out towards the side. And on the next inhale, we'll reach our hands, palms up above our head, palms to touch. And as we exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. Keeping the chest open. Imagine our spine growing taller, keeping a nice continuous breath. And as we exhale, relax the hands, palms back down by our side again. Left knee back towards the center and relaxing the left foot back down with the right. Our arms can relax down by our side as well. And next we're going to move into Malasana Garland pose. So I'll show you facing forwards as well as sideways. So to move into Garland pose, Malasana, we bring the feet out a little wider. And then we bring our hands, palms together, and we'll slowly come down and see if we can lower our hips all the way down. So we want our hands, palms to still be in prayer in front of us, our elbows to be pushing against the inside of the knees. Now, if you need to take a wider stance with the feet or bring the feet closer together, for anyone who has tight calves or Achilles tendons, our hips might be quite a way off the ground. That's okay. You can keep the fingertips on the ground if you need to help balance, but slowly we'll try and let our hips drop down, bring the weight back, bring our hands, palms together into prayer in front of us. And we'll just stay here for a couple of breaths. I'll just show you a demonstration from the side so you can see what it looks like, but we'll just remain here in the posture. So from the side, we still keep our shoulders drawn back, our elbows pressing into the insides of the knees, and really lift the spine up nice and tall, letting the hips drop down. So this posture is a great hip opening posture. And again, if we've been sitting for long periods of time or quite tight through our hips, hamstrings, quadriceps, calves, this is really a great way to bring movement to the hips. Fantastic. We'll drop our hands back down to the mat wherever you are. And we'll bring our hips down onto the mat and extend the right leg out in front of us. We'll bring the left foot to the inside of the thigh and make sure our hips are level on the mat, ready for Janusharasana, head to knee pose. So we'll take a nice deep inhale, bring the hands, palms up above our head, interlock the fingertips and turn to look over the right leg. As we exhale, slowly reach and see if you can grab over the top of the right leg. Now, if your arms don't quite reach, that means your arms are too short. I'm only kidding. Means it's you might be a little bit tight through the hamstrings or the hips. That's okay. We'll bend the right knee up. So we definitely want to get a nice tight grip underneath the ball of the foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. And if you can keep the knee still bent, that's okay. For those of you that can extend the right leg out, and we'll slowly pull the forehead down towards the knee. So this is a really nice way to stretch through the left side of the body, keeping the belly drawn in. See if we can draw the elbows all the way down to the mat. And then we'll inhale slowly, bringing our eyes to look forward to the toes. We'll inhale, bringing the hands, palms up above our head. Relax the hands, palms down by side, and we'll switch sides. So bringing the left foot out towards the side. Right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Make sure the hips are level. So we don't want our hips tilted, because if our hips tilt, that means that then we can end up injuring our lower spine. So we want to make sure that we're nice and stable. We'll take a nice deep inhale, reach the hands, palms up above our head, interlock the fingertips, turn and look over the left leg. As we exhale, reach the fingertips all the way over the left leg. Now again, if the foot is suddenly very far away, we can bend the left knee up, make sure that we get a grip over the ball of the foot. Even if you have to bring the knee all the way close to the body, that's okay. We can start with our forehead touching onto the knee. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly start to lengthen the left leg out in front of us and bring the forehead to the knee. So this is a really nice posture to improve the strength and the flexibility, the mobility of our spine. And really keep the nice tight grip around the left foot and see if we can draw the elbows all the way down to the mat. On the inhale, we'll slowly bring the body back up again. We'll inhale, hands, palms up above our head. Exhale, hands, palms back down by our side again. We'll bring both feet out in front of us for Paschimottanasana. I'll just turn to the side so then we can see the posture from the side. So we'll sit on our mats like this. Make sure the hips are level on the mat again. Heels, toes touching in front of us. And we'll reach forward to grip onto our big toes. So nice tight grip using pistol grip. Yoga guns. So in yoga, we don't have much equipment, often just the mat that we're sitting on, maybe a strap, maybe a block, but we really focus a lot on utilizing our own strength of our body. So this is why grips are so important. And when we first start practicing, might be a little bit slippery, but eventually we'll have very strong grips to use. So keep our heels, toes together. We'll look forward, lift the chest as we inhale, and as we exhale, we'll bend the elbows down slowly, lengthening our spine forward. So we'll feel a strong pull through the hamstrings, keeping the chest forward, the eyes looking forward towards the toes. Notice that the breath is nice and calm. On the next inhale, we'll lengthen the spine tall. And we'll exhale slowly, lengthening the body forward. We'll let the hands, palms relax. Coming up to seating position again, and we'll bring the soles of the feet onto the mat in front of us, and we'll keep facing forward on the mat. I'll just turn this way so that then we can see the posture evenly from each side, and we'll move into Supta Matsyendrasana, a spine twisting pose, seated spine twisting pose. So we'll keep our feet on the mat in front of us, and we'll use our right hand, reach under the right leg to grab onto the left ankle. We'll bring the left knee down onto the mat, and we'll bring the right foot all the way across to the other side of the left knee. Now, if you get confused with left and rights, that's okay, as long as you've practiced one side, then the other. Make sure the hips are level on the mat, and we'll reach around behind us with our right hand, press it into the mat behind us. Inhale, lengthening the left arm up nice and high, and reach the elbow all the way over to the outside of the right knee. Keep the eyes looking forward, and we should be looking forward into the fingertips. Roll the right shoulder back. Keeping the spine nice and tall. As we exhale, we'll turn and look all the way over our right shoulder. Take one nice inhale, draw the breath in. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders down. Slowly releasing the posture back to the center. Bring both legs out in front of us again. And for the other side, this time we'll bring the left hand underneath the left leg, gripping onto the right ankle. And we'll pull the right foot through underneath the hips so that the right knee is resting on the mat in front of us. We'll pick up the left leg and bring it to the outside of the right knee. Give the hips a bit of a wriggle. Make sure both hips are sitting evenly. And we can lift our spine up nice and tall. Reach behind us with our left hand, pressing into the mat at the base of our spine. As we inhale, reach the right arm up nice and high. As we exhale, reach the right elbow all the way over the outside of the left knee. You can grip onto the right knee if we like, and turn and twist all the way around to the left. Now, if you can't quite grip onto right knee, that's okay. You can leave the right hand palm forward, as in the last posture. And just keep the shoulders relaxed, the belly drawn in, the spine nice and tall. And we'll exhale, slowly coming back to the center. We'll bring the soles of our feet together just for a moment, and then we'll come to lie into Shavasana for our last posture. We'll extend the legs out in front of us and relax the spine down on the mat, hands, palms by our side, tucking the chin into our chest, the toes relaxing out to the side, feeling the spine lengthen. Shavasana, last posture of our practice. Allowing us to bring our focus back to our breath. Notice the chest rising and falling. Our breath might be more rapid than when we began. Our body might feel warmer. Just scan our way through our body, making sure that we're not holding tension anywhere in our body. Make sure the knees are relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed. You should feel the chest opening as the shoulders relax down to the mat. Even feel the eyebrows lift, the jaw relaxed, our facial expressions soften. And we'll bring our thoughts back to the beginning of our practice. Any intentions that we might have had for our practice today, just take a moment to reflect on these. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll roll over to the right side. And slowly pushing ourselves up, we'll turn around, still with the eyes closed, and come and sit on the mat in Sukhasana, easy pose. So bring the heels to the center of the body in front of us, knees out to the side, sitting cross-legged, or if it feels more comfortable, you can sit kneeling or with the legs extended out in front of you. We'll bring the hands, palms onto the knees, and we'll lengthen the spine tall. Head, neck, and shoulders relax forward slightly. On the inhale, we'll bring our hands, palms up to the center of the chest into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. To finish off our practice today, we'll take a moment to give thanks to our teachers and the teachers of their teachers, and also to the teacher within ourselves, one that guides our practice and our day-to-day lives and intuition. Namaste. On the next exhale, we'll slowly relax our hands, palms back down to the knees, opening the eyes to gaze forward on the mat in front of us. Thank you for joining into our second session of Bulalicious Yoga Sessions. It was a pleasure having you join us today. Hopefully you feel nice and relaxed, your mind feels at ease. And to join in our next session, please subscribe to the Bulalicious channel. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much. Have a great day.